This is Ralph Jaffe. It's Wednesday evening around 7:30 p.m. First, again, I want to thank you for listening to my comments, and it's always appreciated. I also welcome your feedback. For those that don't know me, my name is Ralph Jaffe. I started a movement 16 years ago to begin the process of getting rid of all the corruption in Maryland politics and replacing it with real, true, political, ethical reform. Now, tonight, I want to talk about a subject that is very dear to me. There was an article that appeared recently, I think February the 3rd, a Sunday, in the Baltimore Sun. I don't believe everything I read in the Baltimore Sun, to put it mildly. It's not my favorite paper, to put it mildly, but once in a while, it serves the public's good. So anyway, the title says, "School Gets Good Grades Despite Achievement Gap." The title doesn't make sense. It says, "School gets good grades despite the achievement gap." Then another heading that says, "School's achievement gap raises concerns." Oh, one of the favorite words among politicians and bureaucrats, concern. Always concern. One of their favorite gobbledygook words, concern. So let me tell you just how I feel about this article and the Baltimore City school system in general. First of all, it talks about that the bureaucrats, the educators, are concerned that I think there was a math proficiency test taken where the white students, 75% of the white students passed the so-called proficiency test in math. But the concern, here it goes that word again, concern. But the problem was that apparently, if you believe in these test scores, that I think something like 3.8% of the African American students passed, just 3.8. Then the bureaucrat, the CEO of the Baltimore Public Educational System, I think her name is Dr. Santelises. I believe she's also a professor in Johns Hopkins. She has an ivory tower, in Johns Hopkins, fancy school over there. And she said she was startled, stunned by these results. Well, doesn't surprise me. I'm not stunned. I'm stunned that she's stunned. If that makes any sense. So it goes like this. The educators don't understand this. You know what makes for, first of all, a good teacher? There has to be a special relationship between the teacher and the student. The student has to love the teacher, and the teacher has to love the student. And if you don't have that, you're not going to make it. The teacher's going to fail. Test scores mean nothing to me. You know what the test of a real educated student is? Does this student, be boy or girl, know how to get along with people? You know what real education is? It's the process of interaction whereby the student learns to get along with other students. That's when a student becomes educated. And right now, we clearly do not have that in the public school system. You know what you have in the school system? Chaos. Dysfunctional programs that don't work. Billions of dollars of wasted taxpayers' money. And then the bureaucrats and these phony politicians, especially the ones so-called liberal politicians, they say, "Oh, we need more money. We need more money." So they want to throw more money after more money. More good money after bad money equals more bad money. So what's the answer? The answer, in my humble opinion, is the Tutor Mentor program that I've been promoting for the last 3 years. Tutor Mentor program. What does that mean? It means that every student in the inner school public system in Baltimore City will have the opportunity to connect to a tutor mentor team of successful people who will help this student, and it should start in the elementary school levels, It should start in the elementary school levels, whereby a student is given the opportunity to connect to role models, to successful people. And this tutor mentor team will stay with that student, be it boy or girl, from the moment that they connect until the moment that that student, be boy or girl, either graduates from high school with a job, or if the student wants to advance his or her education, goes to college and gets a degree, and then gets a job. The tutor mentor team will stay with that student until this is accomplished. Either a high school diploma with a job or a college diploma with a job. Now, it says tutor mentor team. You can't put the burden on just one person to help this student who now suffers from hopelessness to be converted into hope. So it's a team of at least 3 individuals who will work with that student from the moment that they connect until the moment that there is success between the student and the tutor mentor team. Now, how are you going to do this? The answer is we're going to get churches, synagogues, the business community, the sports community to all get involved. I mean, just can you imagine? I think I once said this before. Can you imagine all the Raven players, the Oriole players, the soccer team, all getting involved with that student? That's how you do it. It can work. And what's so frustrating to me is I've offered this program. I spent 6 months working with a mid-level bureaucrat in the Baltimore City school system, and he gave me permission to go into any school I wanted to start a pilot program. So I did that. I went to 2 schools and I sent what I call an outline of the tutor mentor team program, the 3 principals. And do you know, not one of those principals had the decency, the courtesy to call me and say, thank you for your outlining. I want to know more about it. They just ignored the whole thing. That's why the school system is so, pardon my language, screwed up. And we have a CEO, this Hopkins professor. The last time I checked, she's making $300,000 a year. That was maybe 2 years ago. Who knows what she's making now? And then there's a bunch of bureaucrats underneath her. Between the total, they've coming up, I think we've got to have a board of commissioners, more bureaucratic tape. Between all of those good folks, that's another $5 million of wasted money. So the real answer is a tutor mentor program. All I ask is that we have these bureaucrats and these politicians wake up and give Jaffe a chance to start this pilot program. I know it can work, but I need your help. I know it can work, but I need your help. And I hope I'll be hearing from you. I welcome your comments. Call me, email me, whatever you want. I would love to talk with you and see how we can get this tutor mentor program implemented. How can we get this tutor mentor program implemented? The answer is we need you to come on board. Those are my comments, and I thank you for listening. Good night.